Collaborative law, the first four-way meeting. There's a lot to get through when we have that first four-way meeting between you and your partner and each of your lawyers. So it makes sense to have an idea what's going to be on the agenda. The first thing is likely to be the participation agreement. This is the document that we all sign up to, committing to work together in good faith and also committing to not use court proceedings or the threat of court proceedings to influence negotiations and to try and get our way. Next, you might find it helpful to file what are called anchor statements. Anchor statements are designed to set out your hopes and your values. These might be hopes and values relating to your family, relating to the collaborative process itself, why you chose it for example, and what you hope the outcome might be, so far as how the two of you relate to one another in the future, post-separation. One of the priorities in resolving matters is inevitably going to be children matters. Here we need to consider several issues. How are we going to co-parent between us? What does that mean to you and to me? How are we going to communicate, particularly when we encounter difficulties, as we almost inevitably will? An example of that might be how we would introduce new partners to our children, as and when we start new relationships. So we would start those discussions in relation to children and set out the issues relating to the children that need to be explored in future meetings. We would then almost inevitably come on to the question of finances. When we talk about finances, we're going to be looking at income. Who earns what, and how can that be used to provide for the family? What assets are there, and how are they going to be shared out? And pensions. Who has pensions? How much are the pensions worth? We're going to have to talk about how we prove all of this. Do we need a whole load of documents like this? Or are we happy to have a much slimmer bundle of documents that we can rely on, just to demonstrate who has got what? In this first meeting, we will also think about who else can we call? Who can we bring into this collaborative process? Family therapist maybe, to help us communicate, a financial advisor, either to help us look at creative ways of dividing the assets and the income. And who else? Is there an expert that you would like to bring in to help you and your partner resolve matters? Finally, this is just the first meeting, don't forget, so it's inevitable that we're going to have homework to do. The lawyers, they will have some homework in preparing minutes, recording what's been discussed and who's going to do what. But you and your partner may have homework to do as well, pulling together bank statements, for example, or getting up-to-date business accounts on your company. So I hope that's been a helpful guide to what will be discussed at that first collaborative law meeting. If you would like any further assistance, then please do not hesitate to contact us using these details.